They say you never know your motorcycle till the warranty runs out. So here I am after 4 years of riding the Interceptor, clocking around 28,000 kilometers on this, sharing my view from the saddle. Namaskar dosto. I remember I spoke about how this was a bike that I had to purchase just because nothing else made sense during that time. It wasn't something that came from a heartfelt decision. It was something that came from a spreadsheet decision which was based on price points and other options in the market. Having lived with this for 4 years, I'd like to share my honest opinion about it. This is not an expert review where I'm going to take apart the engine specs, the suspension, and so on. I have fallen in love with this machine. I feel that it has grown on me over time. And every time I sit on it, and even after 4 years, when I look at it, I find it beautiful. From the aesthetic perspective, I feel that coming from a lover of classic motorcycles, this is a perfect blend. It has a beautiful 650cc engine, not extremely aggressive, not tiring at all. It's a perfect balance. This motorcycle sits well on the highway, gives you enough speed, gives you enough power, gives you enough confidence. And the weight also adds to the fact that it stays grounded, whether it's a truck passing by or some crosswinds. You don't feel scared. I feel it's a gentleman's express. To begin with, a first few weeks where traffic comes to mind, where Delhi traffic, going through the city comes to mind, yes, it does feel a little heavy. 28,000 kilometers, muscle memory. I won't say it took me that long to have that muscle memory develop, but I think a few months of riding and the weight kind of just disappears. The suspension, some people would complain about it. Honestly, I have not found an issue with it. I'm using the stock suspension and I have done my fair bit of bad roads, Gurgaon roads, to hilly roads, to gravel, pretty much everything on this motorcycle. Maybe it wasn't even designed for it, but it managed fine. Today, the 650 lineup is huge in the market. You have a lot of options depending on your style of riding. I still feel that this by far is the most balanced 650cc engine motorcycle. It is not your Continental GT where you're leaning forward and you have a very aggressive stance. And at the same time, it is not your classic 650 where you are relaxed and the bike feels more relaxed as well. I would like to share some of the things that are lacking in this motorcycle. I do tend to, sometimes hit my shins of the footrest because of the very weird placement while coming in and out of parking lots. So yeah, that has been a bit of an issue on the bike. Initially, you had only spoke wheels. With spokes, you have a limitation of tubeless tires, and I feel that is really important to have tubeless tires because pulling out these tires, especially the rear tire, is a very big hassle, and most of the puncher guys will refuse to do it. So the best is to get a kit, make this tubeless, which I did. I used Outex. Anytime I have had a nail stuck or anything of that sort, it's a simple puncher kit which, we all are familiar with. Tiles on this bike are beautiful. They are absolutely retro, barring a small LED screen that you have there, which shows you the fuel. It probably gives you an estimate that the fuel is there. I would never trust it. I have actually never trusted it in my long rides as well. I would use the old style, shake the tank a little. Here, if I'm still in doubt, open the tank cap and look inside. It's a 6-speed gearbox. Nowhere, in spite of having that little screen, you don't have an indicator as to what gear you're on. So when you are a beginner on this motorcycle, and even after some time, you kind of think that it's the 5th gear and you have done it all. But no, there is a gear more. And sometimes when you're on the 6th, you're like, am I on the 6th? So that question kind of stays with you. But it's a matter of getting used to it. Coming to the changes I've done on this motorcycle, the first and foremost has been the handlebar raises. So I got my set, I think maybe around 3 months into having this bike, Carbon Racing, if I'm not wrong. They have just got the handlebar a bit closer to me and raised them maybe around 2.5 inches, which makes me sit straight. Like you can see, I'm fairly comfortable. Yes, my foot pegs are still in an aggressive position, but I think I have just gotten used to them. And even on long rides, I don't really feel that to be much of a pain point. Then comes the Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity, well, because these are performance upgrades I have done on this motorcycle. So I got a K&N air filter. I got the AEW exhaust and the spark plugs, the iridium spark plugs. These three things really, I felt there's a difference in the smoothness of the motorcycle. I won't say my bike is faster than other Interceptors, but from what I did have, it runs smoother, and the grunt of the AEW is something I really love. So I'm always using these with the BB killers or the baffles. I would recommend everyone does. Uh, so yeah, those are the AEW. They are not obnoxiously loud. They give that very sweet grunt, and also they reduced around 10 kgs of weight on my motorcycle. The stock exhaust used to run really hot, and I did end up burning my previous Rhinox saddlebags that I would tour with. Apart from this, I got the brass chain set. Um, the chain sound literally just vanished. I have been running, I think maybe around 1.5 years on this. Initially, it used to come with, the LED bulb wasn't there. It was a halogen, and I did put an LED bulb. I I don't like the white light, but I guess visibility was was a bigger factor. Since I have been going out of town a lot and the highways are usually very dark, I have been using these aux lights from Mad Dog, which I usually have them covered. I don't recommend you using in the city. Um, they are blinding and they can be irritating. I hate it when someone flashes these at me. So I usually put a black cover on them, which they come with, and only when you really need it is when you use them. The touring seat is something that I really want to emphasize on. The bike comes with the seat, which is useless. This bit from Trip Machine, beautiful. My toolkit is in there, my puncture kit is in there, and a kapda to clean my bike is in there. Also, when I'm carrying something small and I really need to take it, I don't need to put a bag. I just stuff it in this. It's leather. It adds to the character of the bike, and I kind of love it. For my grips, I'm using grip puppies. These are soft, foamy kind of grips, and they are fairly comfortable. The levers I got from Tech because I found the stock ones very well. The quality wasn't great at all. I got the FuelX Pro. So when people ask me, does your bike go faster with this? I don't think it goes faster. I just feel that it runs smoother. So most of these changes have been for this motorcycle to feel more smooth and probably have more comfort on it. So all these changes were not done overnight. I would always recommend you buy something from the showroom, enjoy that, that factory fitted motorcycle, and then do the changes according to your needs, because these changes are something that you don't want to jump into them and then say, oh, this was a wrong call, and then change it, etc., etc. Just kind of live with the motorcycle and change it according to you and make it yours. I have done these changes over the past 4 years, and I think I will continue doing a few of them. My most recent bit was also the Reese Tour R tires, because I don't want absolute tarmac tires, I would have gone for the Vredestein. I've heard great stuff about them. But these were ठीक है, मिट्टी पे भी चल जाएंगे, रोड पे भी चल जाएंगे. Grow with your motorcycle and your motorcycle will grow with you. So this is my very honest experience from the saddle of the Interceptor 650. Or if you have any questions of a long-term owner thought, not review. All right, guys. Thank you. Namaste.